Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final of the Christchurch Hearthstone Fireside gathering here at Armageddon Net Cafe in Addington, Christchurch. We're kicking off the first grand final for Christchurch for the Hearthstone. Up is Plus1 versus Shmm. Plus1 will be on the bottom of your screen, who will be spectating, and Shmm will be at the top of the screen. As with our third and fourth, we will not be able to give you any details of what they're playing until we go into the game, and we will be unable to talk about what's in their hand. Ladies and gentlemen, please get ready for the grand final. Just waiting for these guys to get themselves ready. And loading in.
Anduin versus Valera.
First up, apologies ladies and gentlemen, we're currently dealing with a small bug in the spectator mode on Hearthstone here. We're not quite sure what the problem is with the bug. Just load back up and see if it fixes itself.
Greetings.
And we're in the game. Shmm is opening out with his rogue, while Plus1 is opening out with the priest.
Well played.
Thanks.
And Shmm's first turn opens out with... Okay, well, Shmm opens out with doing... Both players open up with doing nothing on their first turn, and Plus1 decides to suddenly drop his hero power onto Shmm. I think there's a little bit of BM going on here today, but we're not going to complain too much about these guys having a little bit of a laugh when there's nothing really to be gained off it.
Ha, this guy's toast.
And being the first one with something out on the field. Only achieving a heck of a lot by doing so. Just meaning Plus1 just flicking through.
I must
Considering hard by the looks of things. And Plus1 finishing off his turn by tapping out his hero power. And there goes Shmm swinging out for the first lot of damage. And just enough to be beyond what Plus1 can heal. This will be a case of slowly chipping away by the looks of things, or the drag out, it definitely be a little bit more hard hitting. This one still thinking about what he can do to really hurt. Left with playing the light spawn. Biggest turn there. Does he have the biggest creature on the field? Whether or not that's going to be definitely is not going to be the most advantageous, with it being dropped down to being the smallest on the field. So that Shmm
this
has
guy's toast.
currently definitely got control of the board here. Swings out, hard hitting. Finishes off, small chip away at the life total. +1 sitting here. Not a lot go on.
We must cleanse the sun well.
Forced to play out Sun Cleric. Not getting anything really off that. Taking out his hero power to finish off. And it looks like +1 is in dire straits at the moment. Shmm throwing on
Well played.
a couple of lots of deadly poison.
The pleasure is mine.
And that is game 1 over in the favour of him. That was a very, very crushing defeat on +1's part. Shmm will no longer be able to use his rogue for the next series of games, and +1 will decide whether or not he wants to carry on with his priest. Just waiting for the next game to load up.
Valera versus
Go
Nadine.
into
Let the games begin.
Watch your...
our second game of the grand final. Shmm is in the top playing mage, with +1 in the bottom playing rogue. And we apologise once again.
The
It looks
pleasure
like
is
we've got
mine.
a small bug in the spectator mode. Oh, the bug has resolved itself. Shmm finishing up his turn. Playing anything? And +1 tapping out on his second turn.
I'll show them. I'll show them.
Mad Scientist being dropped down for Shmm. Hopefully going to draw out a few secrets. And Auto Barber for +1. Striking down and drawing out that secret. Shmm pondering hard on what he's going to play next.
Interesting.
Someday I'll be just like you!
Clearing the board. No, not clearing the board. This is very useful at this time. +1
Ha, this guy's toast.
dropping down for the combo. I think being the one to light the board. We see that secret hasn't been popped. Indicating, giving us a small indication on what it's going to react to. The unstable portal. achieving very little at this time. Once again, +1 tapping out his hero power. Steadily working away at Shmm's health. At the moment, things are looking like they're going in huge favour of +1, but with that 7/7 coming out on the field, things could end up becoming pretty dire as the crossbolt to clear the board and throw things over. And there it is, counterspell has been unleashed, negating +1's ability. +1 left with only chipping away at Shmm's life total, while Shmm brings the score life totals even. This is suddenly not looking good for +1. Shmm just pondering what he is planning on doing next. He still has 6
I have
mana
no
crystals
time
open.
for games.
Dropping down the Windrunner. And +1 dropping everything to finish off the Windrunner. Still thinking this one through. Let's move.
This guy's
Crucial.
toast.
Dropping out the agent.
Too soon.
They're running out of time. That is his turn over. Only leaving the board relatively in the same state. Very little going his way at the moment. Sim 5 War Golem is definitely going to
Interesting.
be working against him. Having to think about how he will deal with that. As
Perhaps.
just sitting here thinking.
Just don't get complacent.
Running out of time. Yeah. Dropping the Belcher to stall out. And then just swing through with a lot of damage. +1. Getting that Belcher off field. Boosting up, giving everything a little bit more. Hopefully giving him enough to wipe the board. This move could be crucial. Swinging through for the total of 12 damage. Suddenly swing it back in his favour, but still has to be able to finish this off.
played.
And game 2 goes to Shmm. Looks like it will go to Shmm. That's game 2 over to Shmm. +1. It's revealed 2 out of his 3 decks. Now Shmm is left with his final deck to use. Loading up. And to see what will be going ahead.
Anduin versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Gonna go through.
Light shall bring victory.
Shmm using his final deck, the Shaman, and +1 resorting back to his Priest. Shmm finishes his first turn, opening up the board, and light points with +1.
Powering up. Portals online.
Shmm has opened out with an interesting start. I think we're beginning to see what is going on. +1 hoping that he can find something. I hope we're beginning to see exactly what Shmm's is playing here. There's the Annoyotron. I get the feeling that this is very, very quickly going to be working against +1. I'm having to think carefully about what his next move, because this is definitely not in his favour. Taking full heed of that one, and left fighting a lot on the field. As we can see, Shmm is playing a mech deck in the looks of things. And hitting for a lot of damage. And there's the Foul Reaver. That is really going to have +1 shaking his boots.
Fire? Do you like to play with fire? Job's done.
And +1 attempting to wipe the board. Unfortunately, this is still largely not in his favour. The Rockbiter weapon being dropped, and that is a very, very quick game 3. 3-0 go to Shmm. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game. That is the grand final over. That is the Christchurch Hearthstone Fireside gathering over. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host for this evening, Electron. It has been a pleasure. The video will be available on YouTube. Keep track on throughout. I will be informed to the Armageddon Facebook page for details on where the link to the video will be, as well as jump on and figure out what else is going on. That is me. I'm out. If you have any feedback for the event, I'd be great to hear it. Without further ado, adios.